the door's closed, happy and wondering. Why the door's closed, happy and wondering. Why the door's closed to their hearts. Why the door's closed. Why the door's closed through the rivers of time. Why the door's closed, have you been waiting for a sign? Why the door's closed to their hearts. Why the door's closed. We start. Why the door's closed, for heaven's sake. Why the door's closed, only heaven knows. Why the door's closed to your hearts. Why the door's closed. We start. Why the door's closed. It's cold outside. Why the door's closed? How many have died? Why the door's closed to your hearts? Why the door's closed? Why the door's closed, for heaven's sake. Why the door's closed, has your love been taken back? Why the door's closed to your hearts. Why the door's closed. Restart. Why the door's closed through the rivers of time. Why the door's closed, have you been waiting for a sign? Why the door's closed to their hearts. Why the door's closed. Restart. Why the door's closed to their hearts. Why the door's closed. Why the door's closed to their hearts. Why the door's closed. Restarts. Why the door's closed to their hearts. Why the door's closed. Restarts. Why the door's closed. So I wrote that as one of 13 songs written right here. As you can see in the reflection, the moving adult society from 1 single meter away fiercely refuse to see, hear or feel anything at all. God bless. I'm sharing this troop of you and I've filmed the reflection intentionally. I'm now a writer of 13 songs on this street. And in this section, one song, I'm trying to say it in the calmest possible way. One of the songs I've written here is called The Portal of Insanity, and that's what I'm witnessing every day. They walk past with absolutely no emotion whatsoever. It's not just about me at all. Incredible harp player came, and he saw exactly the same thing. All they can see when they cross this 20-meter section, which is I've filmed on other videos, is themselves, and nothing else at all. They're interested in taking a picture and just themselves. From 1 single meter away, they're walking past a writer of 49 songs in Sicily and 13 on this street with zero compassion or empathy, and many won't even look and make one single glance or pause for 5 seconds, 5 cents, or a piece of bread. I'm sharing the truth of this with you now because it's been like this for years. And because of that, all of the world's writers, musicians, poets, and artists have suffered. All of the homeless people of the world have suffered, while many is just so stuck in their own world of me, with no ability to see, hear, or feel anything at all from 1 single meter away. It's a beautiful place. I've sat here for 4 weeks watching the insanity of it all. I know a lot of good people here too, I'll say that too, and the problem exists everywhere. The vast majority of adults crossing this square and every square for many years cannot see, hear, or feel anything at all other than themselves. And that's exactly what's happening here every single day. I also met 2 other great guitarists and we had similar conversations about how they are, just walking around, heads in the clouds, heads in the ground, head in the mirror, and from 1 single meter away, a very, very high percentage of adults cannot see, hear, or feel anything at all. I'm sitting next to mother and child and sharing the truth of the greatest writers and artists and poets of all time. I give some examples. I'm singing sections of Sound of Silence, Paul Simon, which is undeniable prophecy, because he got it exactly right. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls. And I can hear and see them and read the truth of that. Break on through to the other side. Jim Morrison, well, there you go. There's the mirrors, there's the other side. But they're just in there. And again, I'm trying to say this in the calmest possible way. I'm happy to be here in many ways, but to see the emptiness of what society have become. And the children notice, the children stop. And again, I'm not saying this for me, I'm saying for this for all of the writers, poets, artists, and musicians, and all of the homeless people who have suffered in what is a zombie apocalypse. They cross this section unaware, like this, literally like this, with zero awareness of anything at all from 1 meter away. Yesterday I did a live stream on TikTok, exactly the same results. From 1 single meter away, they'll walk past in their screens and themselves and not look for 1 single second and not see, hear, or feel anything I say in Italian, in English, as a writer of 13 songs on this street, a writer of 49 songs in Sicily, and a writer of more than 20 years. The song I've just done there, I found the title Sleeping Outside Church Doors. The compassion and empathy is almost zero, and from 1 single meter away, they refuse to see, hear, or feel the truth from a writer sitting next to their tributed writer from 1 single meter away. I share this with you now in the hope that more can wake up from what is insanity. And that's what's happening right here, every day. I'm a witness to it. And the same everywhere for many years. They're just walking around in a world of me, just me. Only their reflections and nothing else at all. And because of that, many have suffered. So I'll keep on fighting forwards, but the insanity of what I'm witnessing here is truly remarkable. It's a beautiful place, I say that too. And I've met a lot of good people. I know a lot of good people. But they're automatically rejecting me based on the facts of what they've been rejecting for many years anyway. Oh, he's maybe a gypsy, or he's maybe a homeless man, or maybe he hasn't had a shave, or maybe he's that type of girl, or that type of guy. And that's exactly what's wrong with society for many years. They're many of the best people I've met on the road are the rejected ones, same everywhere I go. They're just insane. They're walking around in a world of nothing at all. I see it like this. They're stuck on a conveyor belt of me, just me. And ciao. I met all of the good people here. I know many faces. And so many, especially crossing this section, can see, hear, and feel one thing only, themselves and their screens. And they've been like this, from my observation, for 7 years. Just walking around in an illusional world with no awareness. The harp player, Lucas from Poland, was absolutely incredible. I just sat here watching. And he said the same. We played together, and we sat next to Andrea's statue, and he said, well, how can we compete with Andrea? All they can see, all they want to do is take their next pictures and say, look, I'm here. But they can't hear, see, or feel. For 99% couldn't even hear the harp player right next to Andrea's statue. Incredible. I sat here like emotionally moved, and they couldn't even hear that. And Peter, another guy I met, he lives in Palermo, incredible guitarist, and I sat with him too. And the vast majority didn't stop for 5 seconds for him either. Just crazy to see what they've become. Anyway, the video's quite long, so I'll keep fighting forwards for the sake of everything else. Right, I'm on the side of the light with God and all of the children of reality, all the creatures of reality. And what I'm a witness to and writing about here every day is absolute insanity. I'm not exaggerating the percentage, or maybe 99 could be too cruel, but a vast majority of the adults crossing this section won't even look across for 1 single second, just And many are in their screens and absolutely refuse to have any compassion or empathy whatsoever for a writer sitting next to their tributed writer. So if that is the case, which it is, and I've monitored and recorded very clearly outside the church doors of Ribera, for instance, if they don't have any compassion or empathy and can't see, hear or feel from 1 single metre away, then what exactly do they believe in? I believe in everything else the other way. And I thought a lot about that. I wrote Why Are the Doors Closed? And I wrote in Ribera, When You Walk Through Those Doors. Because, well, I monitored it there too. 99% of the adults going inside the church doors of Ribera and back out showed zero compassion whatsoever, and I was the only one there. It wasn't the heart of a big city with 10 people in need or 20 people in need or 10 writers or 10 poets. I was the only one there. And I monitored it very closely for 10 days. In 10 days, only 4 adults, 2 that recognized me from Masala, stopped on the way in or way out with even 5 cents or a piece of bread. Can you imagine that? I'm taking items on credit. I'm sitting here now, luckily enough, people have been good enough for me to take credit. But I'm sitting here now in minus credit in both directions as a writer of 13 songs on this street, 49 in Sicily. I'm sitting here now on something like day 30 in minus credit in all directions. It's not about the money, it's about the insanity of that. I'm a long-term writer, so if there's no compassion for a writer of 20 years and a writer of 13 songs on this street, and 49 in Sicily, and there's no compassion, no piece of bread, no 5 cents, no 5 seconds, then needless to say, the very same adults would not have 5 seconds and 5 cents for any writer, poet or artist, and wouldn't have that compassion or empathy for homeless brothers and sisters either. And I can confirm after watching Society for 12 years, that's exactly what I've monitored for many years. I've sat watching people asking me just 5 cents or a piece of bread outside Boulangeries in France, for instance, and monitored it very closely, and sat next watching homeless brothers and sisters and monitored that too. If 1 in 100 adults has any compassion for anything at all, it's a miracle. So why is that? Why is it not 100? Why do they just keep walking? I wrote that in Czech. Past it all. Can't you hear her call? It's just insanity to witness. Okay, I want to stick calm. Really need a drink. I need to toilet too. So I'll keep you posted with the next video, but I just want you to know that what I'm a witness to is absolute insanity. It's a beautiful place, but the vast majority of adults crossing this city have lost the ability to see, hear and feel anything at all from 1 single metre away. God bless.